I'm Paul Moniz I play the meat ripper.
I'm Jonathan Holmes, and I play the child chewer.
I'm the Daniel Bacon, and I play Bone Cruncher.
I'm Michael Adamthwaite, and I play Butcher Boy.
I'm Chris Gibbs, and I play the Gizzard Goldback.
I mean, honestly, they sound so violent, but...
And for good reason.
You know, all of you are Canadian, which is indeed something which is unique. How did that come about? Like, how did that happen?
Well, we shot in Vancouver, and there was a sort of big search for these giants, and I think they knew that they wanted to, if they could, you know, hire some Canadians to be in the show, but I think they hadn't necessarily decided how many would find their way onto the movie, and we just happened to land it. So beyond that, you know, beyond getting the call like you're in it, it's hard. You don't really know the sort of machinations behind the scenes that resulted in it. But we're all thrilled to be representing.
Mm-hmm.
Did you guys do anything particularly Canadian as giants?
We were very polite.
Yes. Yeah.
So you just gently chewed on children?
Yeah, it was just
Self-deprecating.
like a nibble.
Do you want that infant, or is that going to be...
Because if you're having it, you can just... I'll wait.
What was the process? I'm very interested in the process about how, you know, your faces were kind of superimposed on these giants' faces.
Performance capture is simultaneous facial recording with a camera, which lives basically like 4 to 6 inches from your face, as well as a microphone which captures all of your sound, your voice, and then it's a full spectrum body movement system. We all, you know, lovingly call them Velcro suits, and that's what they are. They're like gray pajamas, and then you're covered in dots. And there's a system, a network grid of all these cameras, and they can literally capture every single square inch of space in what is referred to as the volume, and the volume is like 40 feet wide by 100 feet long. And to think that you can occupy any 1 inch of space. It was funny to be standing around, you know, casually between setups and listen to Steven talk about how he could fly the camera up your nose if he wanted to, and sure enough, there are moments when that does in fact happen.
And so when you were together in your scenes, did you feel large? Did you guys feel like large?
Yeah, they had actually a couple different size sets, because the scale is very different. So you have Sophie, who is a kid, and then you have the BFG, who is about, I think, about 25 feet tall or 24 feet tall, yeah, only. And then you have us, and we're all between, you know, 40 to 50 feet tall. So, you know, you can have a barrel that, you know, you need to have that barrel look really big next to Sophie, and then look normal next to the BFG, and then tiny next to us. So we also did a lot of the work on 3 separate sets. Well, I guess we really kind of used mostly the 2 of them, because we were in BFG's house, so we'd have to look much bigger in scale that way. And then where we are in giant country, you know, out in the fields. So that was really interesting to do, to create these different scales, and working with Mark, who plays the BFG, and having him on his knees as we're, you know, acting. And then when we were in his scale, they weren't filming us. They were filming us just the facial stuff. But we had these great big poles so that he could have these eye lines, knowing I've got to look up there. Yeah, it was pretty amazing to do.
Where am I?
Giant country.
Were any of you or all of you familiar with the novel before you came on?
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I read it a lot when I was little, so it was trippy for me to hear the names of the giants, because they all rang bells. So did that inform your performances at all?
There is, in the novel, there isn't actually much sort of specificity about each giant. So really, we were given kind of free rein to, and we had a month to explore the physicality and, you know, figure out how this whole performance capture thing is going to impact the way we create these roles. So we were given quite a bit of space to actually, you know, find what we needed to.
So it's pretty fun and like pretty amazing role.
Amazing fun. And then Stephen would pop in every now and again, see how we were getting on, and we'd show him stuff that we'd come up, and he was like, "Yeah, that's great, but maybe try this and that." And
You're interacting with one of the best directors ever.
yeah,
Well, and I mean, having done all that month-long preparation with Terry Notary, who was the movement director, it was just so much more. You could relax, you could just do your work, you could drop into everything that we've been working on, and you just do a show and tell. So he's okay, let's just walk around the room and show us how you pick things up, and then sit down, and then get up and chase a kid and snatch it and eat it and show him how you do that. And then, you smile and laugh and look, and then you're done, and then that's the show and tell. So that was my first introduction to Stephen, was doing this show and tell of my performance in front of, like 30 real solid gigantic money people who I never spoke to, and then there's, like 100, techs and everybody, and then there's all of us, and then just Stephen, and then halfway through he took a call from Clint Eastwood and we had to take a break. So it's like stuff like that happens. It's pretty awesome.